Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Chloe. If you're new, hello and welcome to the channel. If you're not new, hello guys, welcome. It's Chloe. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be reviewing Sarah J Maas, Throne of Glass. So, I haven't been online recently. It's the new year. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. This is the first video of 2025. The Throne of Glass book review. But what I'm doing now is I've decided to take on some challenges, some reading challenges. So I have started the A to Z reading challenge, starting with Throne of Glass. I'm not going in order. I'm not going in alphabetical order. I think that'll be too much stress. So I'm just going to tick off every letter as I go by and read a book beginning with each letter. If I can't find a book beginning with that letter, I will not go out and buy a book unless I absolutely have to. But in case I can't find a book beginning with that title or beginning with that letter, I will use the author's name instead. So if I've already read, for example, a T, but I couldn't find an S for any reason, I would just read this and use Sarah as that. But hopefully we can tick off all 26 letters without problems. Okay, so let's get into this. So Throne of Glass, Sarah J Maas. I think that's how you say her last name. I haven't exactly read any of her books before. I started with Throne of Glass. I know a lot of people read ACOTAR, Throne of A Court of Mist and Fury. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I just see it online a lot, people reading Sarah's other books, but I've started with Throne of Glass. My friend let me borrow her Throne of Glass series, so I have all of them on hand to read. This book has 404 pages in it. This took me ages to read, and the reason why it took me ages to read is because it was very slow starting, and also, I put this book on hold because I started reading this in November 2024. But I put Throne of Glass on hold to read Christmas-themed books. So that's why there is a massive gap between how long it's taken me. Because I started reading this in November. And we're currently in January, so that's like 2 months. But I did take a pause and like read The Christmas Escape and all of that. So I have paused to read other books. It hasn't taken me 2 months to read. It's just I took a break from reading this to read other books. But also, this was a bit slow to begin with, and I think that's something that also put me off a little bit. I rated this book 4.5, 4.5 stars out of 5. And that is because of the slow start. It didn't engage me to begin with, and that is something that really made me feel, because I was contemplating whether fantasy was my genre. I'm like, is fantasy my genre? I don't know. But I was like, hold on. Right. I was contemplating whether or not I would DNF the book, or whether or not I would keep reading, or whether or not fantasy was my genre. I was just going through one of those where I was unsure if I was going to finish this book. But then, because she talks about, she has this thing where the king goes to collect her, the prince goes to collect her from where she is, because she is a slave. I will explain more later. But that travelling journey wasn't something that enjoyed me a lot. And that's until it started getting into the story of this girl, who I will explain in a moment. It got engaging. Like, the storyline got engaging, the character development got better. So that's why I've rated this 4.5 stars. So the genre is fantasy and the book is fiction. And the year that this book was published was 2012. So I think this is one of the oldest books that I've reviewed on this channel, except for Stephen King. Because obviously Stephen King is a lot older in terms of his books. So, let me read you the blurb. Meet Selena Sardothian, beautiful, deadly, destined for greatness. In the dark, filthy salt mines of Endovia, an 18-year-old girl is serving a life sentence. But she made a fatal mistake. She got caught. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed a line. She is a trained assassin, the best of her kind, but she made a fatal mistake. She got caught. Young Captain Westfall offers her a deal, her freedom in return for a huge sacrifice. Selena must represent the prince in a to-the-death tournament, fighting the most gifted thieves and assassins in the land. Live or die, Selena will be free. Win or lose, she is about to discover her true destiny. But will her assassin's heart be melted? Okay, I really like this cover. This is Selena with her swords. And, you know, it's a full body shot. But when you turn it around, it's got something like the back of Selena in a dress, which I think is quite nice. And it kind of shows the difference between assassin and royalty. She's not royalty, by the way, but if you read the book, you'll understand why she's in a dress and all of that kind of jazz. So this is T in the A to Z reading challenge. So I have started from T because I was reading Throne of Glass anyway and just thought that I'd include this as my first book. But I think I can read the next one, which is, hold on a sec, which is Crown of Midnight, because that's a C. So I don't think that will affect anything. So there are romance themes, magical creatures, fighting, death. So this is a young adult book, I think, because some of it is very graphic. In my mind, it came out very graphic. So let's do my review colour wheel. So I thought the setting was a 4, readability was a 4, the plot was a 5, characters 5, writing 5, and enjoyment 5. The characters were a 5, great character development. The writing was a 5. I just thought that it just put a great image in my mind. I didn't think that she missed out anything. I thought it was a great writing. I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed that there were plot twists. There were some plot twists which I really liked. I do love a good plot twist. The setting I wrote as a 4 just because I did not like the first part where, you know, they're going to collect Selena from where they... I don't want to give too much away. They're going to collect her to bring her to the kingdom to fight as the princess champion in a duel, which is what the blurb said. And when they collect her, I don't really like the first part. That's why it took me a while. But we got there. We finished it last night. Readability I wrote as a 4 because of the start and wasn't something that I really enjoyed. So it says, what do you think of the book? What will you take away from it? First question. So, I enjoyed the book. However, I thought it was slow starting, like I said. It made me feel like I wouldn't enjoy the book or get through it, but I really did enjoy the storyline, the characters, the way it was written. I really liked Selena as a character because she begins, and she is a tough nut to crack. She's an alone assassin, and people be nice to her, and she starts to soften up and be nice and earn more friends. And her love interest, I don't want to give too much away, but she does have a love interest in this book, but it's not a key component of the book. So let's move on. What was the aim of the book, and how well did the author fulfill it? I think, in my personal opinion, that the aim of the book was saying that you can't do anything or everything alone. You have to have people there with you to support you and help you. Because Selena came to the kingdom alone. And she is an alone assassin. She only works alone. But she, you know, has clients that want people dead. And she kills them for them. But in the final battle, she ends up getting herself in a bit of a pickle, and in that battle she will die. If she doesn't win, she will die. So she has to win. And she has help, but she doesn't know she has help until she wins. It kind of, I mean, there's more books after this, so of course she wins. Like, I'm just pointing that out there. There's, what, 6 other books after this? 5 other books after this? So she has to win, right? Okay. I'm just pointing that out there, okay? It's not a major. You kind of know that she wins from the beginning anyway, because she hasn't not success. She's always killed everybody, and she's the most famous assassin in all of the land, so it's kind of obvious, I reckon. But her friends secretly stepped in to help her when she needed it, and I think that was really nice. Would you recommend the book to others? Who is the target audience? I would recommend this book to fantasy readers, as this is a great fantasy book. Let me turn my light off. Yeah, you can see it better now. It's a great fantasy book. And it also features some romance. It's not very heavily romance though, which I think is good, because if it was very romantic-y, it would kind of take away from everything. From like the whole she is at any point Selena could die. So if she has a love interest, it would rock that boat. So she does have a love interest, but it's not prominent. It's not a major part of the storyline. She just loves somebody, and that's fine. And then it says 1 sentence book review, and I put an interesting book with a great storyline. There wasn't much that I could say that I haven't already said. Okay, so thank you for watching my Throne of Glass book review. I will either continue on with Crown of Midnight, or I will go on to a different book and read something else for the A to Z reading challenge. But obviously I don't want to read duplicate letters, so I will have to stop at some point with the Throne of Glass series, because I think it goes Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, and Heir of Fire, so that's already T, C, and H, so I have to be careful. I think there's another one that begins with a C or a T or something in the box, so I'll have to not read that. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But anyway, moving on. Now that I've done this, I'm just gonna show you. Just do a quick book haul for a sec. I might as well fit in this video. But the Works. It's currently January. The Works had a Christmas 50% off sale, so I went in and bought some more books. Like, I promise you, this is the last time this is going to happen for a while, because I honestly have no space left, and that is the truth. So, for 50p, I got 2 books. 50p each. 50p each. For 50p each, I got 2 books from the Works. So I got Thank You for Sharing by Rachel Runya Katz. Never heard of her, but I thought this looked nice. It's a romance. And ladies and gents, Sprayed Edge. This is the second Sprayed Edge that I've got, okay? When I read my first Sprayed Edge that I got, I'll show you what one I got. But Thank You for Sharing, Sprayed Edge, 50p. Next up, 50p, How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder. And these are romance. I won't read the blurbs because I've already spent too much time rambling on. So, and then I made a mistake. I bought the other day Training the Heart, which is a cowboy romance. And I saw it and I'm like, oh my god, okay, fine, I will reveal my Sprayed Edge. Training the Heart was a Sprayed Edge, and it was either this or Hexed. And I wanted this one because I like this Sprayed Edge better than I did with Hexed. So I bought this one by Paisley Hope. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. It's my first cowboy romance. But then you open it up. Book 2 it says book 2 in it, and I did not realise. So I had to do something. Hold on. Let me put that back. I had to buy book 1 because you can't read book 2 without book 1. So I did. I bought Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope. And this one is book 1. I made sure I checked that book 1. Made sure I checked. But I got the first one. It was just annoying me that I bought book 2 without book 1, but I was glad at the same time because now you can't get the sprayed edge in the shop. So that's my recent book haul and my Throne of Glass review. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you being here with me today. Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you so much for supporting me, subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. I love seeing your comments of what you're reading, all of this. I just love it. And so thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that you enjoyed Throne of Glass, and I hope that you read Throne of Glass as well, because it is a really fun book and I do recommend it to you. So yeah, see you later guys. Bye.